this is your job to be here, to be with you guys, and one day at a time. And like this is part of the business. You get hired, you get fired. It's you don't think about it. You do your job and do it as best you can.
Those words proving prophetic.
Yeah.
You get hired, you get fired. Grand opening, grand closing. After leading the Phoenix Suns to one of the worst records in the NBA, the organization fires Coach K. Now, we brought you this as breaking news last night.
But now this morning it is official. The GM broke the news on Twitter late last night. So Gibby is live at the arena this morning, and certainly not shocking after such a horrible season. I mean, people were expecting this, Gib. The question is, what happens next?
Well, the thing is a lot of people had taken to Twitter. They're really more upset with management than they are with the coach. If you think about it, Tess, what did he have to work with? He had a lot of rookies that they played. He didn't have a point guard. So the season kind of went as expected, someone that they thought they'd give a chance, because here's a guy who was an offensive guru. A lot of people thought this was going to be the future of the Suns, and to only give him 1 year, a lot of people are upset. Even Earl Watson, who was fired just 3 games after losing 3 games into the season and replaced by Jay Triano, he tweeted out what with a question mark and exclamation point, because a lot of times when you have a team that's building, you want to give people a chance to get better. In this case, they did not, and the reason why, according to Adrian Wojnarowski, who first reported this from ESPN, he said is because they're trying to get Monty Williams, who's an assistant with the Philadelphia 76ers, kind of competing with the Lakers for that. So the question is how do they move on from here? If you think about it, right now, this is going to be the newest coach is going to be the 7th coach in 8 seasons. This is dating back to Alvin Gentry, guys, and we all saw with Jeff Hornacek, Lindsey Hunter. You went to Earl Watson, as I mentioned, Jay Triano, who was just the interim at the time, and then you went to Igor Kokoskov, which people think he got the raw end of the deal because he didn't have the horses or the means to really compete in a West, which, let's face it, is really stacked. So for the Suns, where do they move on from here? Will they be able to compete with the Lakers to bring in Monty Williams? That's going to be the big question here for James Jones, who just took over the general manager position.
Gib, and a lot of people thought because they closed out the season and showed a little bit of promise that his job might be saved, but that wasn't the case as of last night.
Well, and that's the thing. At some point in the season, I think a lot of the fans kind of felt, and they won't say this publicly, that the Suns were tanking on purpose to kind of get a better pick. If you think about it, they tied the Cleveland Cavaliers for the 2nd worst record. Last year, they had the worst record. And look, guys, here's one thing to look at. Devin Booker just completed his 4th season, about to start his 5th. He's already had 4 coaches, going to start his 5th next year.
Now you got to start all over.
Thanks, Skip.